AxonPrep is an AI study tutor designed to personalize exam prep and deepen understanding using interactive questioning and feedback and never direct answers. I have also tested via chat and outgoing call to maximize its output, as you can see here. Let me show you how it works with a quick chat demo. As you can see here, I have built a nice UI design over here and pre-built starter questions that every student have. We also have sources and a cool notes tab over here too. Now let's suppose I want to prepare for my social studies exam that is due tomorrow. I will simply type my query like, "I need help with my exam," and see the magic of the agent. So after taking some time, it gives me a proper output, and not just direct answers. It asks me questions, unlike some agents just directly giving the sources thinking the student is a storage machine. So here I am going to answer the questions like my confident level and what I want to study. Let's suppose I want to go with World War I, and my confident level is low since I did not study. After typing, I will hit enter and the agent will do its magic once again. Instead of giving me direct answers, AxonPrep asks guiding questions to help me think through problems. It tracks my progress and encourages me along the way, making learning motivating and effective. So here it asked me what specifically I want to learn, and I will just type everything since I am new to this topic. So again, it asked me to outline the structures, unlike some agents that doesn't even ask the student what way it want to learn. So I will go with the causes first since I want to start off fresh and neat. Here you can see how nice and good the output or response at underlining and only giving what's necessary, not cramming up everything since the human brain cannot take all the information together. Here it also fetched the sources from the content I gave earlier. I will show you that later. Okay, now let's test it by making the user or student asking some quick questions. It assesses my performance and gives me a good amount of questions that can help me recall my topic easily. So let's answer one of the questions from the prompt it gave me earlier and see how the agent responds to it. Here you can see it not only just told me did I do correct but also added more information so I can learn throughout the chat. Behind the scenes, prompt chains govern this tutoring flow. Here, I've defined instructions ensuring adaptive questioning, error handling, and personalized support. The configuration defines AxonPrep's role as a patient, expert tutor who never gives away answers directly. Now let's head over to the showcase of the agent behind the scenes. The first is content that is stored in the knowledge base and can be retrieved by the agent once necessary. Here I have generated necessary content that can help the student, like study methods. And also learning styles, mastering one-day before panic attacks and more. Basically all the methods that can help the agent to converse with the user. And the contents are stored in the knowledge base here. Like basically the summary of the contents I supplied earlier, and it is stored here for better retrieval. Like here is the exam tips for less time and tips for maths, science and various subjects. Now let's head over to the main game, that is the configuration settings. Here is the front face that I showed you earlier in interface, basically name and description. Here's where I define AxonPrep's expert behavior. The prompt engineering uses structured instructions to keep all responses adaptive, supportive, and personalized. Like roles, its main mission, framework for tracking and personalize by strengths, weaknesses, and learning style, and to also track student progress each session. The knowledge and error handling session also helps to build this super prompt that is the basis of this wonderful agent. Watch me scroll through the prompts so judges see the engineering clearly. This long and huge prompt helps the agent build as basis to personalize by strengths, weaknesses, and learning style. Track student progress each session. Motivate using encouragement and actionable tips. If confusion is detected, simplify and encourage through error handling and more. That's why. So now I have enabled the best options and provided viable sites for the web search so it can give accurate information to the agent and can also have a nice and impactful information to provide. There was no sites to exclude. It's good. May add this on future. And I also added a closing message and most importantly some conversation starters that you saw earlier in the chat demo. And also a cool widget text and a PNG for background symbolizing the iStudy Tutor. Now let's head over to voice where I tested it and it is working correctly. It is simpler to the previous prompt but smaller and viable for the voice one, and I used 11 labs for the voice. And now for data fields, I settled some more on my own besides the pre-built one that was asked on the home screen, like exam date, exam time, confident level. So basically to assess the student's level of where he is standing, there are a total of 13 data fields. Now let's head over to prompt chains that was added today itself and leave me to redo the whole video. Thanks iLibrary team, but seriously this was a cool and useful tool. As you can see, I added 2 sections for the system only for now, which could be helpful to assessment of the user. Now for the last, let's head over to articles and podcast section, and that is it for now. You can see how I structured it. I also tested the podcast one and it is working, and I also provided viable books PDF in the knowledge base. Okay, looking forward to win the competition. Thanks.